Hi friends, I am Deepthi. Welcome to my channel. I started a video in the crash course series of History of English Literature Annual Scheme exam. You have to write 4 essays and 4 short questions in your exam, and I think it is very easy to score high marks in your examination. Today's topic of discussion is Elizabethan age. You have to study 44 essays, but I selected Elizabethan age at first in my series. Why? Because this is the most important essay repeatedly asked in your examination. So, today's topic of discussion is Elizabethan age. At first, Elizabethan age has been called the golden age of English literature. Repeatedly asked question is that why is the Elizabethan period called the golden age of English literature? The period which extends from 1558 to 1603 is called Elizabethan age. Why this period is called Elizabethan age? Why? Because England was ruled by Queen Elizabeth at that time, and it was an age of peace and prosperity, and the age witnessed the magnificent efflorescence of English literature, and the period also witnessed the dawn of Renaissance and Reformation. What is meant by Renaissance? Renaissance means the rebirth of art and literature. Reformation, it was a political and monarchical movement. During the culminating age of the Elizabethan period, poetry, prose, thoughtful plays were produced in large numbers. In this respect, the age remains unique. And the period saw a wonderful emergence of English poetry too. No significant works of substantial value that could stand the test of time could be composed during the 15th century, and the situation begins to change by the time of Edmund Spenser. Edmund Spenser, the first Elizabethan poet, he was the child of Renaissance and Reformation. So his poems bear the characteristics of both Renaissance and Reformation. And he was also known as the second father of English poetry. He was the poet's poet. He was rightly called the poet's poet. Okay, 4 points, 4 important points related to Edmund Spenser. He was the child of Renaissance and Reformation, and he was called the second father of English poetry. He was known as poet's poet. He was the first Elizabethan poet. And his first published poem, Shepherd's Calendar. Shepherd's Calendar bear the characteristics of Renaissance and Reformation, and Prothalamion and Epithalamion, another 2 wedding poems by him, and Mother Hubbard's Tale, Satires on Court Life are his famous poems, and again Amarati, a collection of 88 sonnets by Edmund Spenser. Edmund Spenser's magnum opus is Fairy Queen. The Fairy Queen is Edmund Spenser's masterpiece work. And the Spenserian stanza, which was Edmund Spenser's innovation, which was subsequently used by Keats, Byron, Shelley, the greatest romantic poets. And generations of poets have derived inspiration from Edmund Spenser, so he was rightly called poet's poet. Okay, these are the important points related to Edmund Spenser. He was the first Elizabethan poet, and he was the child of Renaissance and Reformation, and he was poet's poet. He was known as the second father of English poetry. His first published poem was Shepherd's Calendar, and Epithalamion, Prothalamion, 2 wedding poems by Edmund Spenser, and Amarati, a collection of 88 sonnets, and a Fairy Queen is his masterpiece. Okay, other poems, Mother Hubbard's Tale and Satires on Court Life are his famous poems. Sir Thomas Wyatt introduced sonnets into English poetry, and it was modified by Earl of Surrey Henry Howard, and after that Henry Howard introduced blank verse, unrhymed iambic pentameter lines into English poetry through his translation of Virgil's Aeneid. And Sir Philip Sidney, again Sir Philip Sidney, he can be rightly called the prince among the Elizabethan lyric writers and sonnetteers. And his sonnet sequence, Astrophel and Stella, and it's a fine piece of English literature. And Spenser's Amarati, this Philip Sidney's Astrophel and Stella and these were very famous in that age. And Spenser, Sidney, and other great poet is William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare wrote two long poems, Venus and Adonis and The Rape of Lucrece. And he also wrote immortal sonnets, 154 sonnets too. And the greatest of Elizabethan poets, William Shakespeare, is more popularly known as a dramatist. Okay, but while we are discussing about the poems, we should write William Shakespeare too. Why? Because he wrote two long poems, Venus and Adonis and Rape of Lucrece, and 154 sonnets too. William Shakespeare is a greatest poet too. And after that, just to mention the metaphysical poets. John Donne. John Donne founded a new school of poetry introduced by Dryden as metaphysical poetry. The term metaphysical, meta one term and physical another term. The term metaphysical was coined by Dr. Samuel Johnson. The great exponents of this school were Abraham Cowley and Andrew Marvell, George Herbert, Henry Vaughan, Richard Crashaw, and John Donne. John Donne is the major writer of this metaphysical school of poetry. This is a short introduction of poetry. Okay, and after that you should have to write prose and then drama. Okay, after that this essay will be complete. Okay, this is a short video on poetry, and after that I will make another videos on prose and dramas too, and in which you have to mention Elizabethan theatre and Elizabethan audiences. Okay, but these are the major points in this essay, Elizabethan age.